Welcome back, everybody. Look what showed up. I got my controller. I'm actually charging right now, if you can hear the fans in the background. I did the dead stick to it. I gave it some nice tension, or I should say friction on here to fly it manual. So I'm going to go try that for the first time. I did 2 packs, 13 plus minutes, both packs. I went way out into the woods. I had fun. My wife held my cell phone. She was my visual spotter, and she got to experience with the cell phone. Still getting used to it. I actually really dig the aesthetics, the ergonomics, the stick distance. I thought they were going to be a lot shorter. I'm actually very happy with them. I do have some longer stick ends that I may try. We'll see. And I did put them on, and it definitely makes it a longer throw. But so far, so good. Man, oh man, oh man. I don't even know where to start. Digital HD FPV feed is insane for what I do. I went down into the power line area and then down into the gully behind the house. What time is it? You're just there. Where'd you go? There we go. And holy shit. What I could see before versus what I couldn't see blew my mind. I mean, this was game-changing stuff, but I'll get more into that. The whole point of this video is, I am somebody that likes to insanely OCD research something till I'm blue in the ears and then research some more until I'm green in the ears. And pros and cons of the avata, everybody's opinion, and later on down the road I'm going to give my opinion. I think that is important because I consider myself a real average consumer. And this is a tool that is geared towards what I do, and it gives me the opportunity to do more in the avenue that I do. So this is like right up my alley. So I'd like to think some people would care about my opinion on it, some things I like or may not like. Number one, a couple of the videos I saw, this flawless, failed setup and failed this and that and So right here, this little compartment is where your SD card is and the internal storage, so if you want a USB to this, and they call it a fatal flaw. Like, how hard is it to get your finger? I'm not going to do it because I only have one hand now. I can open this up without any problem. I can close it like a grown-ass adult without any problem. You hear a little click, it ain't coming undone. It is designed in a manner to not come undone during flight. The SD card is not that effing hard to get out where people gotta bitch and complain. Okay, so I made sure, planning ahead, I just grabbed my little Race Day Quads thing here, big shout to them, and I dropped it like that. I went in here when I had both hands. I was able to grab the card at the right angle. Yeah, you could take that off. Oh my God, 2 extra seconds. I was able to get in, take it out, review my footage, put it on my laptop here. And then I was like, okay, can I put it back in without it? So I flipped it up like this. I just forgot which way the card went. And then, so when you put it in, you see the face, you see the colors and stuff, or what brand it is, whatever. So I was able to get it in here, turn it, get it to where it caught and set in, and then one finger pushed it in and locked. How effing hard is that? It's not a flaw in the design. It's a tight, compact. Oh, I lost a little foamy pad. It's just a tight, compact setup. And that's where they chose to put it. And I don't think it's that big of a deal where people are going to have a problem flying it and taking the card out and doing whatever. Just get on and move. I don't find it worthy unless it's clickbait and people are just looking for things to put on their YouTube channel so they can get everybody to watch their stupid video. I don't understand it. Coming from straight FPV, acro, whatever, I flew it in sport mode and in normal. Normal was just to slow it down a little bit. I would say it's super duper responsive. Like, I wish there was a turtle mode like they had in the Spark and the Mavic Air that I had, where when you creep forward, wrong stick, when you creep forward, it just creeps. So that could really make it a little more methodical. Not even a bitch, just be something cool to add into a firmware update. It took me a little bit to get used to, kind of, because it's, obviously it's dead now, but the spring load to just go up like this a little bit took a little bit of getting used to, but as soon as I locked in after the first couple minutes, I had no problem. One question I wish I could remember so I could shout them for answering me, because I threw the question out there a few times, and I hope if you're looking for this same answer, I can help you also. If you are in manual mode and hit pause or go back into, if you're in manual and go into sport or here, I love that click. What happens wherever you are in the sticks? So what happens is, from what I understand, you just center it and it goes back into your normal flying, and you fly from here. I'm not a pincher, I don't know why I'm doing that. So you have to center it back and then fly it in sport in normal mode as if it was in center with no spring. And with the amount of tension you can put on the stick, you really got to put some effort into it. So I think this will work perfect, and perfect for me. This is the second, the Inductrix, the fat one I had, I forget, Inductrix Plus had turtle mode. I had that for a short time and I donated it to the cause, so I didn't really use as much. But this will be the second / first real quad / drone that I have that will have turtle mode in it, and I have it set to double press on here. And then you got the ESC beep. I experimented with what other people had recommended, and I put the camera. So camera's centered, looks completely down, looks completely up. And I had fun with that when my wife was watching. And I'm like, all right, honey, I'm going to come down. I was just drop the camera. So you look straight down, and I was able to come down to where I wanted to. And instantly she was like, whoa, you get that vertigo. So I was 70 feet up in the air looking straight down. Yeah, that won't look great for the video, but it did give me a neat idea for a video. So if you were to do a first-person view kind of video, or you wanted to incorporate B-roll, you know, like, hey, Chris, you know, oh, my, I'm stuck in the tree, look up, and then you can go like this and look up, and it kind of had the look and shake and movement of a person. So I think there's some cool options that it can be used for other things than just the cinematic stuff. I do have the roller set to normal, which was more than enough. And I actually had fun moving the camera angle while I was moving. I was coming at the tree in the backyard, and I didn't remember how much stuff was up. So, regrip here. So as I was going up towards it, I angled the camera up a little bit, and it allowed me to see a little more what was up above me to get the shot that I wanted, and then leveled it back out. And the fact that on, you know, if this is your OSD screen here, on the right side it has the little lines, and it tells you if you're plus or minus degrees on what your camera angle is, which I love it. I got used to and enjoy what I could see on the bottom of the screen for the OSD. It tells you the bit rate, which I was concentrating on to make sure my bit rate was good, miles per hour. Your height, it has a special thing here which shows you your height. So when you get, I believe, within 10 feet of something, it shows you your height, which is super, super badass. Scared me the first time because I was above the trees and I lowered down a little bit, and when I got about 3 feet, it flashed red. And I'm like, oh my God, what is that? Oh, it's just the... But I started this as just a point to bitch and complain and yell at people for making clickbait videos and crying about things that aren't really worthy of crying about. And bunny trail as usual. That battery's almost done. So yeah, I'm going to get outside. My controller fits in this bag, by the way. Fits perfectly in that bag. And then, oh yes, backpack. AliExpress. Would have never bought from them. Saw a price, took a chance. Got this kick-ass graphite looking bag. It's a mess right now. These things are all Velcro-y and can be adjusted and manipulated like this thing. It's got Velcro in here. It comes off. You can completely customize your setup for where you want to put stuff. So I got the goggles on the bottom, some batteries, other stuff. Controller sits in here. And I put a flap on it so the batteries can't flop around. The drone actually fits perfectly. Let's see if I can do it here. Hold on. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. The drone sits snugly in here. Like that, and then I just set up this Velcro strap, and when the gimbal protector's on is the only time I do this. So that keeps the drone from going anywhere, and I have room for soft things here on top. It's got a couple things that you can put in here. It's got one zipper, but 2 separate compartments in here that I have for stuff. There is a zipper here, this whole compartment inside here. So I've got the 4 charger thing that's inside there. It has this pocket here, so you can put stuff like that. It has the hole, so if you want earbuds coming out, so you can put your phone in here. See if I can turn this without dropping it. Move that out of the way. This side has a awesome little pocket. This is where I put my power bank and was charging stuff on the go. On the back side, I'm going to spill everything that's in there. There's this big, huge, fat compartment inside here. And inside this padded compartment, it comes with a waterproof cover. It's kind of like a bed sheet where it's got those little crunchy things on the end, so it squeezes and attaches to the corners. So it completely covers the bag. If I had to, or I got stuck in the rain, I could pull that out, and it waterproof covers the bag. I'll test this to see how waterproof it is. I do have some spray and stuff, but for 22 something, so it was super duper cheap. Again, I was sketched by the website. Not a huge fan of that. Don't like Banggood either. Giggity. But it came in super duper fast, and it's got all kinds of room. Oh, knock that over again. So you could put all kinds of shit inside of it for the Avata or other. You could put a Mavic Mini or anything else like that. So if you're interested and you dig the bag, let me know, and I can get you some specs, or I can put a link in the video. Either way. But let's see where we're at. We are just about there. Sweet. That's charging. Okay, so with the goggles, I can actually see. I think I can get away with not using diopters or optical distance change or whatever the hell they're called. They work good. I could see everything. I was super impressed. But on that note, I'm going to get to it. I got plenty of things to do. Trap tomorrow, so any other questions revolving this super badass thing, let me know, and feel free to share. And again, as I fly it some more and really get a feel for it, I'll put my honest opinion of it. I'm happy with it, but you know, as you fly things, you'll find the quirks and things you like or don't like. But compared to the way that I flew before, you know, I fell in love with and worked hard at with something like this, if I can make this fly, assuming when I change the rates, if I can make this fly the way that I can get Pickles to fly, that's going to be epic. And then, again, waiting for ND filter for this to see if I can get, and maybe I'll do a comparison video. I don't know. We'll see. Lots to come down the road. I'm excited. Fall, my wife had me get some certain shots, you know, panning above the house at a couple 100 feet to get some green foliage, and then she calls it broccoli, and then I'm going to do some fall stuff. So some of the footage I got that I'm not going to post for a while, that I'll put into my fall category. So we'll see. Oh, excuse me. It's been a long day. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I hope I got everything out there that I was thinking of getting, and stay tuned for the next video. God bless. Peace out again.